Good evening, everyone. I'm Linda Green from Florida, and tonight we're going to start discussing hand evaluation. When we have game-going hands, when we have strong hands, and when we have a fit. So we've got a real selection of hands this evening, and I'm going to share the screen with you and go on to hand number 2 so we can get straight into it. And I'll load the hand now for you. And we'll go straight into this game. If there are any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me before we play. But I'm going to discuss the bidding because the bidding is what's really counts here tonight. The dealer is East, and East is going to pass. Now, do we open a week 2 or do we open 1? Well, looking at this hand, we've got to look at evaluation. One of the interesting situations is that you have 3 defensive tricks. And when you have 3 quick tricks, ace, king, queen, and 2 singletons, shape takes over. Shape is very important. I don't use the rule of 20 when I have a singleton queen and a singleton jack. My points have to be in the suit when I utilize the rule of 20. But looking at the shape, the hand is too strong to open a week 2. You should open this hand 1 because you have 2 suits and you have a rebid. So you never use the rule of 20 in these situations, but some of the hands tonight we will be using them. So we're going to open the hand 1 spade. Remember, we have a rebid, and at least we have our 3 quick tricks. Pass. And oh, so that should not happen. That happened by accident. Sorry, I don't know what happened. Okay. And now we're going to look at the hand and say to ourselves, we are just too strong to bid anything else. We need to tell our partner we have a 5-card heart suit, and we always want to hear the opener's rebid. That is the principle of bridge. The responder listens for the opener's rebid. The opener describes and the responder will decide. So we'll bid 2 hearts just to say, well, partner, we have 11 or more points. We have a 5-card heart suit. Pass by East. And now it's you to make another bid. What would you bid on this hand? 2 spades. Partner, you will never mention the club suit. You have a very good 6-card suit. And obviously a minimum hand. Now looking at this hand, I know you're interested in looking for slam. Very interested in looking for slam. It's very hard to get to slam, but you don't know the situation. Let's work it out this way. We should really think about a slam. Our partner showed a 6-card suit, and we are in control of the club suit and the heart suit. Goes pass. And you've got a fit in the spade suit. So if you give your partner ace, king, queen, okay, of spades, that's 9. We're not sure if we've got 2 heart losers or not. We could be off the ace, queen of hearts. Partner could have values in the diamonds and the clubs. So do we look for a slam on this hand or not? I'm not sure if I'd want to look for a slam. All my partner could do was bid 2 spades. So I think I'd be happier just to settle in 4 spades on this particular hand. There's some hands that I will definitely be looking for a slam. The fact that you make is by the way. Did anybody bid a slam on board number 2? Did anyone bid a slam? Does anyone know?
I'm looking at the 0 to 50 game. Everyone was in either 4 spades or 5 spades.
Okay, right. And we're going to lead the jack of clubs, top of a doubleton, because we have the 10. I prefer to lead sequences before I lead 4th highest from an honor. So having the 10, I will lead the jack. We'll never lead a jack doubleton. Never, ever, ever. We cannot. So I just want you to know that we're leading the jack of clubs. And looking at this hand, it looks like a cakewalk on this hand. But we are off 2 tricks. Look at that. Having a singleton in partner suit is not an asset. Look how anemic our clubs are. We're missing the queen, we're missing the jack, we're missing the 10. So having the singleton heart devalues your hand. So you should take the ace of clubs immediately. It could be a singleton. You've got a 5-3 fit. Never trump diamonds, never ruff with long trumps ever again as long as you play this hand. You always say to yourself, which is the master hand? Which is the master hand? The master hand is usually the one with the long trumps. Now we're looking at a couple of club losers. We're looking at 3 club losers, but we are in control of the club suit. So what we should do before we do anything on this hand, okay, is to draw trumps, everybody. We must draw trumps. That could be a singleton jack. After all, we've got 8 clubs between us. So let's draw the children off the streets and hope they divide. We have a 6-3 fit. I'm playing a low one in case they break. No, they did not break. All right, well, they didn't break, so I have to play the king. And now I'd like to sneak in an extra trick. So I'd like to play a little spade to the 10. And now I'm going to play the 6 of hearts. Are they going to put up the ace or not? I might be able to sneak in a trick. They know nothing about the rest of my hand. That everyone says second hand low. Well, you've got 5 in the dummy and 4 in your hand. Second hand low does not always apply. Here is a situation where they could have a singleton queen. Now, if you decide to play second hand low, if you do, they're going to win this trick. That is why I like to play towards my singleton queen. If I put down the queen, they'll take it. But if I play towards it, they have to think what to do. Well, that held a trick. Now I have no problem. We can play what's called a roughing finesse. I didn't lose any heart tricks. I lost no heart tricks. So let's do it this way. They don't know I have a singleton diamond. Play the diamond. And now you play the king. This is called a roughing finesse. Partner, the ace is on my right. They ducked the queen. So they've got to cover it now. And you're going to trump it. And now you can get to dummy. Lucky contract with the king of clubs. And now you can throw away all your club losers on all the hearts. And now you're going to make 13 tricks. Not 12, but 13. That is if you want to sneak in an extra trick. Play towards a singleton honor. Sometimes people fall asleep. Second hand low, and they never put up the ace. But they should wake up when they see there's 5 in the dummy, and they've got 4. And now the rest is yours. And you make 13 tricks, everybody. All of them. If you played the queen out of your hand, you're going to lose the ace. And that's all you're going to lose. But if you want to burgle a little trick, play towards that singleton queen. Sometimes people just automatic play second hand low and you can make an extra trick for nothing. Are there any questions on this hand? Any questions? None? I'll look in chat. Some people don't want to ask me questions. Okay. I don't see anything in the chat. Okay. Well, don't hesitate. I'm always here to help. Right. Let's go on to hand number 6. That was a lovely hand. Okay, hand number 6. Let's look at the bidding. Are we going to open this hand? We have 11 high card points. We have 5-4 in the majors. We have a rebid. And we have what we are supposed to have when we play the rule of 20. You add up the length of the suit, 2 suits. The spades are 5 and the hearts are 4. You add up the length of 2 suits. 5 and 4 is 9. And then you add up the high card points. Now your points have to be in the 2 suits. They cannot be in the other suits. And you need 2.5 defensive tricks in order to use the rule of 20. So over here, looking at this hand, you add up 5 spades and 4 hearts or 9, plus 11 is 20. And you have your 2.5 defensive tricks. The ace queen is 1.5, and the king queen is 1 trick. So you've got 2.5 defensive tricks, and you have a rebid. So you would open this hand 1 spade. Don't look at 11 points. Use the rule of 20. Make sure you have 2.5 defensive tricks. It's going to go pass by south. And now what is west going to bid over 1 spade? What range are we in? Remember, you, the responder, have 3 ranges. A mini range is 6 to a bad 10. A medium range is a good 10 to a bad 12. And a good range is an opening hand. This hand falls in line with a medium range. 3 spades. All jumps in an old suit are not forcing. They are invitational. And now, do we accept the invitation? Oh my gosh. Do we accept the invitation? Well, I gave you a lot of bridge tips over the couple of months that I've been working on this game. And my idea was to say to you that anytime you are invited to game and you hold a singleton in the hand, always accept the invitation. Now, that singleton is worth 3 extra points, but it doesn't give you 15 or 16 points. But I don't care about points. I love shape. And anytime I have a singleton, whether I'm the opener or I'm the responder, I always accept with a singleton and I bid 4 spades. Don't look at points, look at shape, everybody. Now, there's another way of looking at responder. Let's say opener opened a diamond and responder has 6 points and bids 1 spade. And opener jumps to 3 spades. And you've only got 6 points, but you've got a singleton. Always accept the invitation, either by responder or by opener. It makes your hand so strong. So here we go. We're going to get the lead of the ace of diamonds. And you're looking at 3 diamond losers. The master hand is the one with the long trumps. So in the spade suit, we hopefully have no losers. We have 9. In the heart suit, we may have a 4th round heart loser, but we could always trump it with a trump. We've got enough trumps in that dummy to be able to cope if the spades break. So let's hope. And in the club suit, you've got the ace of clubs. I never want to see you rough for nothing with long trumps as long as you play bridge. Ever. Never tell people you have a singleton in your hand. Never. They don't have to know your business. So let's go to work. Ace of diamonds. You play the king. This looks like an easy hand, provided the spades break. All right, so you've lost 3 diamond tricks. Now they're going to maybe come back a club, maybe. They may come back a heart. I don't like leading doubletons. I'm against it. My partner never bid hearts. So if I had to lead anything, I would lead a club and I would lead the 5. I wouldn't lead the low one because I don't have an honor. So I usually lead second highest club. And you're going to take the ace. And you are never, ever, you can afford to drop the king if you want, but doesn't matter. And you will never ruff for nothing. We never ruff with long trumps as long as we play this game. Now we need to just see that the spades break at least one in each hand. Well, that worked. Now we have no problem. So now we can play the queen of spades. Never ruff for nothing. You don't have to tell people about your hand. And you'll play the last trump. They never broke 2 and 2. They broke 3 and 1. Now you go for the hearts, and you hope the hearts break. And if they don't break, you have no problem whatsoever. You play the hearts, they don't break, you have a trump in the dummy, and they never have to know that you've got no clubs. You take your little trump, you ruff it, and there you are, and you make your contract, and all you lose were 3 diamond tricks. Add up the points between the 2 hands. One has 11 high card, and the other has 11 high card. So between you in high cards, you've only got 22 points. That's all you have. Isn't that fun? You've got to admit it, it's fun. If we all had to pay 2 points, it would be so boring, really. Are there any questions? Any questions on board number 6? I'm looking in the chat in case you want me to tell me in the chat. No? Wow, everyone's so happy tonight. Okay. All right.
I've got a question.
Yes.
Please explain again, what does it mean when you say don't ruff for nothing?
One of the biggest mistakes, and I'm telling you, it is the biggest mistakes I see at the bridge table, and I've been playing for 50 years. This is the biggest error in bridge. When you play bridge, one hand becomes the good hand. You've got to know that. That's called the master hand. You cannot play floundering from hand to hand. And the master hand is the one usually with the long trumps. You never get rich by ruffing with long trumps because those long trumps are going to be with you till the end of the hand. You're not going to gain any tricks by ruffing with long trumps. If you ruffed a club, your long trumps were there anyway. We learn to ruff with the short trumps in the dummy before we draw the children off the streets. So I see this mistake all the time. They get trumpitis. They just want to ruff everything they can, and in the end, they lose control of their hand. So never ruff with long trumps. One hand becomes the good hand, and that's usually the one with the long trumps. So never tell people you have a singleton. If that's the hand we're setting up, you don't play that card again. They don't have to know you've got a singleton club. If you want to ruff, you ruff with short trumps in the dummy. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, thank you.
Please, it's one of the biggest mistakes I see at the bridge table. And people are not aware of that. They've got to be taught, and I taught my beginners today and yesterday. Never trump with long trumps for no reason whatsoever. They are always your tricks. Always trump with the short ones in the dummy before you draw, okay? That's such a big mistake. All right. And I don't like people to know my business at the table. Then they can know what I've got in my other hands, right? Sometimes we can squeeze them. And they could have a better time. Okay. Right, we're looking at hand number 8. And we've only got 11 points. But here we have the same principle of using the rule of 20. When you're not sure whether you should open a hand or not, you add up the length of the 2 longest suits. It doesn't have to be 10, it could be 9, like the other hand had 9. But this one happens to have 10. and you add up 2.5 defensive tricks. Add up your high card points. So let's start together. In the club suit, we've got 6 high card points. In the diamonds, we have 5, is 11. The length of the 2 longest suits are 10. What's 10 and 11? 21. That's even better. You've got 1 point extra. So this hand must open the higher of 2 minors. Equal length, high 5. 1 diamond. You must open this hand, everybody. Don't say, oh, I don't have 12, I don't have 13. This is a clear-cut opening bid. 1 diamond. Pass by north. 1 spade by east. Up the bidding ladder. Pass by south. 2 clubs by west. So far, you've told partner, I have 5 diamonds and 4 clubs. That's all we know. And now, how does partner know whether you have a 5-card spade suit or a 4-card spade suit? You have 8 and 3 is 11 and 1 is 12, and you have to make a decision on this particular hand whether you want to go to game or not. Well, you've got 12 high card points and a 5-card suit. I would treat this hand as an opening hand. So the only way we could find out is by using the unbid suit, 2 hearts. That is called the 4th suit. It has nothing to do with hearts. As long as responder bids a new suit, the opener can never ever pass. That is called the 4th suit. And it asks 3 questions. And I've got it in the notes under your lesson hand. 4th suit asks 3 questions. And if you go into the videos on YouTube, you will find an area where I discussed 4th suit forcing. It's very important. It's not a convention. It's how to get to the right game and the right contract and to describe our hand. These are the 3 questions it asks. The first question is, opener, tell me your shape. Are you 5-5, 6-5? Well, this one you definitely have shape. So here you would bid 3 clubs. Now 3 clubs could be 6 diamonds and 5 clubs or 5 diamonds and 5 clubs. That is shape. The next question, if you don't have shape, do you have 3 spades with me? Delayed support for my first suit. And if you don't have that, the next question and the last one is, if you don't have 3 spades with me and you do not have shape, do you have a stopper in the heart suit, the unbid suit? Those are the 3 questions that 4th suit asks. But you've told partner, I've got 10 or 11 cards in the minors. So looking at this hand, you say to yourself, well, I could bid 2 no trump over 2 clubs and say, well, I've got a heart stopper. Or you could bid 2 hearts and treat it as an opening hand. I don't mind. But now you know a lot about partner's hand. Partner's got 3 cards unaccounted for. What are they? They're either 2 hearts and 1 spade, or 2 spades and 1 heart, or you could have 3 hearts and 1 spade. We know he hasn't got 3 spades. So on this hand, you're covering the ace of spades is covering one of them, the ace of hearts is covering the other, and you have working cards. Do you see that king jack of clubs are working cards in partner's club suit? Those are working cards. If it was in the heart suit, it's a different story altogether. So here is a situation where you can now look and say to yourself, my partner's got 5-5 or 6-5, and I have the 2 aces. So the best thing you could do is not look for no trump, because you don't have the diamond control, and we don't know about the diamond control. You're controlling spades, you're controlling hearts. You should just bid 5 diamonds. Now we can bid it another way. That's the right contract, 5 diamonds. But let's go back and look at it from this point of view. A diamond, a spade, 2 clubs. Some people don't think that this is good enough for an opening hand. You have 8 and 3, 11, 12. You have a 5-card suit. If you were playing 2 over 1, it still wouldn't matter. Do you think this is an opening hand? I think it's an opening hand, and I would definitely use the 4th suit. But some people would not think it's an opening hand, and they may bid 2 no trump. And 2 no trump says, well, partner, I have the heart stopper. I don't like that bid. I much prefer to bid 2 hearts to ask a question. But some people bid 2 no. And if you do bid 2 no, you should now bid 3 clubs to warn partner off and say, hey, partner, I got extreme shape. I'm worried. I don't have spades with you, and I'm worried. And then you would have to make the decision what to do. And now you should still bid 5 diamonds. That should be the final contract, 5 diamonds. I wonder how many people got to 5 diamonds.
No,
Somebody?
no, nobody.
No one. Wow. Really? Wow. This is a great hand to get to. Maybe they never opened the bidding with 11 points.
Actually, of the 8 pairs that played it, there were 2 diamond contracts, both short of game. There were only 2 out of 8 in diamonds.
Oh my God, because they never opened the West hand. That's why. They never opened the West hand. I'm sure of that. But I don't know how we couldn't get to game. Anyway, we're in game. All right? And looking at this game, we've got to know we're in 5 diamonds. And what are we going to lead on this hand? Obviously, the King of Hearts. Obviously, the King of Hearts. They bid spades, they bid diamonds, they bid clubs. And when you have long trumps, you're supposed to lead your longest suit. And this is the unbid suit. You want to shorten declarer. So let's look at how to play this hand, especially when there are 4 diamonds against you. I want you to learn about long trumps, long suits. So you leave the King of Hearts, and now we look at the losers. Fortunately, we've got the 10, the 9, and the 8. We don't know where the Jack of Diamonds is, and we don't know where the Ace of Diamonds is. So we got to look and win the first trick. And this takes me back when I said to you earlier on, we do not ruff for nothing. Why? Because the long trumps are with us till the end of the hand. Which is the master hand, everybody? The one with the long trumps. So never trump a heart. Never tell people you have a singleton. Let's play the diamond and see what happens. 10 of diamonds. Jack of diamonds. That was really wonderful. And you should never win the trick. You should never win the trick. Because when you have 4 trumps, you never win 2 times. You should duck. Because you want to get them to lose control of this hand. All right, so they're going to play a little diamond. And you still shouldn't take the ace. And they're going to throw away a heart. Okay? Now you stop. I don't want to be in trouble. I'm not going to shorten myself. They have got 2 trumps and I've only got 3 left and I don't want to be in trouble. So before you play another diamond, you've got to get that King Jack of clubs out of your way. Play them and get them out of your way. Get them out of the way. And once they're out of your way, you're fine. So now all your clubs are good. Now you play another diamond. Okay? and overtake it with the queen, because the 8 and the queen and the 7 and the 6 are all the same value, but it doesn't matter. And they take the ace. And now they play the queen of hearts, and they don't know you had a singleton. They knew you had 3 cards. You already showed 10. So you play the queen of hearts, and you trumpet. And now with that little 7 of diamonds, you draw the last trump. And now you can enjoy your clubs all on their own. If you don't get rid of those clubs, everybody, you're going to find yourself in trouble. And I will show you the trouble you'll be in if you want me to replay the hand. And you make 11 tricks. Now, if you do not, you must not take the ace when you have 4 trumps. Please, please, please. Duck twice. Write it down in capital letters. Duck twice. The ace will always be a trick. People get into trouble. I've seen people go down on this hand because they lose control of the hand by ducking twice. Now, if you didn't get the clubs out of your way, you would have had a big problem to get back to your hand because the clubs did not break, and you will never make this contract. Do you want me to play it again without cashing the king, jack of clubs, or do you want me to get on to the next hand? I need to know from everybody.
Next hand, please.
I beg your pardon?
Next hand, please.
Okay, sure. Let's get on to hand number 11. Here we have 2 5-card suits, and we only have 10 high card points, and we have to make a decision if should we open this hand. Well, one thing I like to do, when I have 10 cards and all my values are in the 2 suits, and I do not have the anchor suit, spades, I would like to open the hand. I have 2.5 defensive tricks. I have the ace king, which are 2, and hopefully I have 1 heart trick here because my hearts are very solid. But if I had to add up the length of my 2 longer suits, 5 hearts and 5 clubs are 10. And I have 10 high card points, that's 20. This falls in line with the rule of 20, and you should open 1 heart. Pass. 1 spade. Pass, my east. 2 clubs. Pass. And now, what do we do here? We're back to the 4th suit forcing. We have a lot of points. We have no hearts. We do have 4 clubs, but we want to know if our partner has 3 spades with us. We did not know that partner could have 3 spades and still but 2 clubs. We want to tell partner that we've got 5 spades, and we want to know more about partner's shape. So here we use what's called the 4th suit, 2 diamonds. It is 100% forcing to game. It asks 3 questions. And now you have to show shape. 3 clubs. 5-5 partner. Pass. And now you've got to make a decision of what you wish to do on this hand. So let's go back to the bidding again. It went 1 heart on the rule of 20. 1 spade up the bidding ladder. 2 clubs. I've got 5 hearts and 4 clubs. We know nothing about 5 clubs at this stage. We only know 9 cards. It then goes 2 diamonds. 4th suit, forcing. You now bid 3 clubs. 4th suit is forcing to game everybody. Now you can see there's a slam. You've got 4 clubs with partner. Partner cannot pass 4 clubs. 4 clubs says, partner, I'm interested in a slam in clubs. I'm very interested in a slam in clubs. 4th suit is forcing to game. We cannot pass 4th suit ever. It forces us to game. Tell me, what ace do you have, partner? So when you bid 4 clubs, if partner had the ace of hearts, partner would bid 4 hearts. So partner does not bid 4 hearts, partner bids 5 clubs. I don't have the ace of hearts. Now when you know partner hasn't got the ace of hearts, you just bid 6 clubs. So, sorry, I have to pass this hand. And you bid 6 clubs. Pass, pass, pass. And that is the correct contract. Did anyone get to slam on this hand? Does anyone know if they bid a slam?
I'm just looking. Nobody got there. No, not in the 0 to 50.
If you look at the responder's hand, and once partner bids clubs, this hand looks magical. Even though you void in partner suit, you're controlling spades, you're controlling the unbid suit diamonds, and by bidding the 4th suit, you found out a lot more, because by raising the 4 club bid and setting the trump suit, you're actually demanding partner show you an ace. And once partner doesn't bid the hearts, you can just bid 6 clubs. And now you're actually making 7 maybe, all because of the finesse or cross ruff, whatever you want to do on the hand. I don't care how you want to play the hand. But 6 clubs is where I always want to be. All right, they're going to leave
So
the
Linda-
ace of hearts. Yes.
So Linda, just for your info, 6 people played it in no trump.
No,
Yes.
really, because they don't use 4th suit. That's a really poor contract. So they're going to make 5 club tricks and 2 spades or 7 and 2 diamonds or 3 diamonds. They'll make 10 tricks and no trump, but 6 clubs is a breeze. Okay. They're going to get the lead of the ace of hearts. Well, that's nice. They have to lead the ace of hearts. So we don't have a problem there. So looking at this hand, we have to say to ourselves, which hand are we going to set up? Well, the first thing you need to do is decide if we should cross ruff the whole hand. Well, we don't have to take the diamond finesse because we've got the king of spades. So you can make a decision which way you want to play the hand. If you want to finesse the diamond, it's fine. And if you don't want to finesse the diamond, it's up to you. But I don't want to finesse the diamond. I'll play the ace of spades. And then I'm going to play the king of spades and I'm going to throw away a diamond. And now we have to work on the diamond suit or the spade suit. So let's try the diamond suit. There's so many ways to play this hand. It's entirely up to you. And you can play the queen, but they won't put, if they had the king, they would put it up. So you'll trump it. We're not going to give it to them. And now you can play the queen of hearts. We don't know if they've got the king. They don't have to have the king. They let the ace to look at the dummy because it's a slam. Well, let's ruff a spade now and see what happens here. Or you can play another diamond, whichever you prefer. I'd rather play a diamond. I'm not sure if the spade... How many spades did you have? Only 1. No, we can afford to ruff 1 spade. Oh my gosh. That made it very easy. Now all the spades are good because the queen came down. But I don't want to do that. I think I need to just cross ruff the rest of the hand. I want to make everything separately. Well, my heart is a loser, so I don't mind. And if they rough it, I'll over rough it. It doesn't matter. Oh, sorry, I'm not going to play that card. I'm going to play the diamond. I'll play the king of clubs. And I'll give them the last trick. And we'll make it this way. There's so many ways to play this hand. And we make 12 tricks. Are there any questions? Any questions, everybody? Okay. Any other hands you want to discuss?
Can you do hand 10, please? The bidding.
The bidding on hand 10. And then we'll talk about, I think David wanted number 1.
Correct.
So we'll go back to number 1 as well. That's an interesting hand. Let's look at this hand. I don't think I'm going to open the hand. My points aren't in the club suit. I may pass this hand. And I'm definitely not opening the south hand. So we'll have to open 1 diamond. Pass by north. And now what do? We have a problem. We don't want to deny a fit with partner. So you can put 3 diamonds, invitational, your passed hand. And that's where you're going to play, in 3 diamonds. How did the bidding go?
So East did open with 1 club.
Okay.
South overcalled with 1 heart. I was sitting west and I bid incorrectly 1 spade. North came back with 2 hearts. South did 2 spades. I came back with 3 no trump, and then East corrected to 4 spades.
Right, because you should negative double with a 4-card spade suit. A spade over a heart guarantees 5. That's why we play negative doubles. Do you play negative doubles?
No, I should, but I don't.
Oh, okay. That's one of the most important conventions one should learn after you become a bridge player. Because you will never be able to get to the correct contract. Because there are so many hands where you can't bid these suits. And yet you want to show that 4-card suit. Especially at the 2 level. And it's unlimited in point cards. So negative doubles is one of the most important ones. If you go on Larry Cohen's website, he will show you what are the most important conventions to learn after you become a bridge player. And the number 1 is negative doubles. So I think that's very important. What did everybody else play the hand in? I can't add for a void. I don't add for a void, so I'm not opening the hand in the East hand. I think I've got a very poor diamond club suit. I really want the lead of a diamond. So because I don't want the lead of a club, I'd rather pass that 10-point hand. And if they decide to come in afterwards, well, they're not going to. They can't open. South can't open, like that 11 can't. So when they open a diamond and it goes past 3 diamonds, they're not coming in now. And now I think 3 diamonds is correct. 3 diamonds is correct. It's just invitational with 4 diamonds. There's nothing else you can do.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I would never bid 2 clubs when I have a diamond fit. When I'm a passed hand, I want to show a fit with a fit. Okay? All right. Do you want hand number 1, David?
Yes, please.
Are interested in hand number 1 as well. I think hand number 1 is very interesting. Let me try and load that hand.
Yeah.
bidding, especially.
Yeah, the play was
Worried
relatively
about the
straightforward.
play. I'm more concerned about the bidding. I
Yeah,
really am. Okay, I'm never opening this hand because it doesn't fall in line with the rule of 20. Remember, the rule of 20 says you've got to have 2.5 defensive tricks plus the length of the 2 longer suits, and the points have to be in the 2 suits, and it should add up to 20. So on this particular hand, we do have 10 cards. 5 spades and 5 hearts is 10. And we only have 9 high card points, that's 19. And we do not have 2.5 defensive tricks. So I would pass this hand. And I would pass the next hand. My diamonds are too bad. I would never open a week 2 with my values all outside the diamond suit. In first or second seat. In third seat, anything goes. So I would not open 2 diamonds on the east hand. So we're going to open the hand 1 club by south, pass by west, 1 spade by north, high 5, higher 1 first, 4, 4 up the line, 5, 5, high 5. Don't forget. Pass. And now you have to make a decision. How good are you? Are you going to bid 2, 3, or 4 spades? That's what I want to know. 2, 3, or 4 spades. That's entirely up to you. What range are you in? You, the opener. Add up your high card points. The Queen of Hearts is not worth the Queen anymore, but it is a singleton. So you've got 7 in the clubs, 3 in the spades is 10, 5 in diamonds is 15, and 3 here are 18. 6, 4 is great shape in bridge. All the controls, ace, king, king, ace. I love this hand. I think I am far too strong to be able to bid 3 spades. How do I know? Well, I'll tell you how I know. I count my losers. I have 2 spade losers. I have 1 heart loser, is 3. I have 1 club loser, the queen, is 4. And I have 1 diamond, is 5. When I have 5 losers as an opener, I will always bid a game, and I would bid 4 spades. Automatic. You've got a 4th trump, your hand is magic. Never 3. I would bid 4. The hand is too strong. Now let's talk about the north hand. Partner took you for 6 high card points. You're showing 18, 19. This is an unbelievable hand. Your partner, first of all, took you for 4 spades, and you have 5. You have a singleton club. We know it's in partner suit. And we're partner showing us 18, 19 points. So in the spade suit, I give my partner the king of spades. That's 3. I give my partner the ace of clubs for sure. Maybe the king. Where are partners, rest of partners' points to show 18 points? They have to be in the diamonds and the hearts. So looking at this hand with 5, 5 and a singleton, I am very, very keen to go to slam because my partner had no idea that I had 5 spades and I have more than a minimum 6 high card points. So over here, I would go for no trump. And partner's going to bid 5 hearts. Well, he can't just have 2 aces, everyone, because he showed me 18, 19 points. I'm only missing 1 ace. 1 ace. And I'm sure that he's got to have something somewhere for me. I'm hoping he has the ace of diamonds. I can't cube it because it's very hard for me to cube it in this situation. I have nothing to cube it. And then it'll go pass. And now you can just bid 6 spades and hope. If you play key card, it's easier. And you should get to 6 spades. He took you for 6 points. And you've got 9 high card, 2 5 card suits, and a singleton. Are there any questions, everybody?
So I think where I went wrong is I was sitting south, and over one spade, I jumped to 3, assuming that it was an intermediate hand, but it's actually bigger than an intermediate hand
Right.
here. It's
So I'm going to
19,
go
right?
back.
No, I
don't
get
use-
it. I
I
get
don't
it.
use the losing trick count until I decide I'm not sure.
Right.
When I'm not sure, then I put it into practice, and I only do it over majors. And remember, queen little is 3 losers. 3 losers, queen little. So that's how I decide to do it. I think the hand 6-4 is great shape, all the controls, that singleton, it's just too good. Even if you just get to 4 spades, I'd be very happy. But then I like my 5th trump, I like my singleton. His partner's showing me 18, 19 points. And look what I've got. He didn't even know I had the shape. But that's entirely up to you. Okay, anything else?
Why did,
Thank you.
I have a question. Why did
Yes.
South bid 5 heart? South doesn't
Two.
have heart.
2 aces. 5 clubs are no aces or 4 aces. 5 diamonds is 1 ace. 5 hearts are 2 aces. 5 spades are 3 aces. Someone asked for hand number 4. That's Blackwood. You play Blackwood, love? You play Blackwood?
No.
Asking for aces?
Not asking.
Okay, that's why he bid 5 hearts. It's a convention that you may have to learn and play. It asks how many aces in your hand.
Okay.
Okay, look it up. You'll find it somewhere. All right. Somebody asked me about hand number 4. I saw it in the chat. They want to know about hand number 4. Okay, well, we're going to pass on the west hand. We're going to open 1 no trump on the north hand. We're going to pass by east. And now over 1 no trump. And if you do not have any system to show 5-4 in the majors, I bid it this way, everybody. I bid 2 diamonds, which is a transfer to hearts. Partner has to bid 2 hearts. Pass by east. And now I bid 2 spades to show 5 hearts and 4 spades. A new suit after a transfer is forcing to gain. Partner cannot pass a new suit after we've bid a transfer, and then you bid a new suit. Then you're going to bid 3 hearts and say, well, partner, I've got 3 hearts with you, and then it'll go pass, and you're now going to bid 4 hearts. And that is how I show this shape in bridge. If I had 5 spades and 4 hearts, I would do it exactly the same way. I would bid 2 hearts, transfer to spades, and then I would bid 3 hearts to show 5 spades and 4 hearts. This shows 5 hearts and 4 spades. And now we get to 4 hearts. Now, if anybody wants to play a convention, it's called Smollen. If anybody wants to look it up on Wikipedia, I can print it at the bottom or in your chat. And you can look it up. It's just a convention. I'm not a great one for conventions. I want you to learn to play logical bridge. I don't want you to play too many conventions. But that is the convention that would describe 5-4 in the majors. It's called Smollen. I'm not happy for conventions. I think we should play logical bridge. Show your shape. Any questions? Any questions? Any other hands? I hope I answered your question. You wanted to know about number 4. I hope I answered the question.
Yes, you answered the question. I bid 2 clubs and my partner didn't understand what I was doing.
All right, so let's go back to 2 clubs. I've seen some students do that. It's not a problem. So the bidding would go 1 no trump, pass, 2 clubs, pass, 2 diamonds by partner, pass, and now you have to jump to 3 hearts, which says, partner, I've got a 5-card heart suit and we're going to game. That is how you would describe your hand if you didn't do it the way I showed you now. You would jump in hearts to show 5. What did you do after he bid 2 diamonds?
I think I jumped to 3 no.
No, you should jump to 3 hearts to tell him, look,
Oh,
partner,
okay.
I've got 5 hearts. We're going to game. Have you got 3 with me? That is another way of doing it, but I much prefer to transfer each one and bid them like that. But that's nothing wrong with it. You can do it
Oh,
that
okay.
You can do it that way. A lot of people learn it that way. They stamen and then they jump in the 5-card major. But then you got the wrong people playing the hand.
Right.
Right?
Well, I jumped because we didn't have an agreement of what to do in that situation. And I
Okay.
knew with my long hearts, we could get there. So that's why I jumped.
Okay. But you've got a lot of work to do and you don't have enough club stoppers. So we've got problems here because we've got to get out the ace of spades and we've got to set up the hearts. So it's very hard to handle this hand if you're playing in no trump. We really need to be in hearts. And that's a safety net for us because we have a void. Did you make your no trump?
I don't remember. I was the one bidding it up. I was south.
Oh, okay.
But
right.
but I like your way of describing the hand.
I think it's much easier to do it this way, is to just bid your transfer into your 5-card suit and then bid the 4-card suit. So that tells partner I'm 5-4, choose. And that way you don't have a problem. And remember, after a transfer, a new suit is forcing to game. I need everyone to know that. They must know it's a game force, everybody. Okay? Any other questions? None? Okay. Right. Well, I want to thank you all. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Thursday. And have fun, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Somebody said they were taught
You-
stamen first. Well, if they were taught stamen, then you've got to jump in the 5-card major. Somebody said they were taught stamen first. Well, that is entirely up to your teacher. I prefer to transfer and then bid the next suit. But if you don't have an agreement, you've got to have an agreement that you've got to stamen and then jump in your major. And then the wrong person's playing their hand. Okay? Thanks, everyone.